Sure, we can both talk.
Hi.
Hello! Welcome to Christmas Vlog Day 4. I'm here with Bethany today. You see, and we're out driving around once again because we have nothing better to do.
Nope.
When Christmas vlog time comes. Let's see. Today we are going to just tell a nice story because, you know, that sounds fun today.
So one time we were on a high jump mat at a school, and this guy called the cops on us because he thought we were doing something wrong and that the cops would get mad at us and get us in trouble and whatever.
Okay, barely. We weren't doing anything. My brother called the cops on us to make it more interesting.
Yeah, we didn't do anything wrong. It was us two and then one other guy that we were friends with at the time, and the cop comes over and he's like, hey, we tried to hide it first. Technically, we were just laying down on the high jump mat, and this guy sticks his hand up, and so the cop sees as he comes over, and he's like, so, what's in this bin? We're like, oh, it's Taco Bell Mountain Dew. He's like, what does it taste like? And we're like, Taco Bell. And so this guy, the cop, he asked us if we're doing anything wrong, and we're like, no. He's like, do you know if you guys are allowed to be here or not?
We're like, no.
No, we don't know. And he's like, well, I don't think it's wrong, so you guys can stay if you want to.
Here's what he said. He's like, do you guys know the school policy? And we're like, no, we don't go to school here. Nope. So, and he's like, well, neither do I. I don't know. And it was really, really funny. And he's just like, well, have fun.
So we didn't get in trouble. The cop's just like, yeah, you can stay if you want to.
We have a lot of encounters with cops, her and I, always, like, it never fails to happen between us.
There's this one cop in our town who knows both of us, and the other day we were playing Pokemon Go, and we were sitting behind the theater trying to conquer one of the gyms, and this cop pulls up beside us, and he's like, hey, what are you girls doing?
And we hold up our phones like, Pokemon?
And he laughs and just drives away.
He
doesn't
was
do anything.
Busted out laughing. He was cracking up. Like, he was almost in tears. It was so funny. And we're like, nah, whatever.
And then a couple days later, it was in the newspaper because of the police reports and whatever. And it just said these two kids were playing Pokemon Go, whatever, behind the theater.
Like a suspicious activity.
Yeah. And my mom calls me and she's like, hey, is this you? And I'm like, yep. Yeah. And she's like, oh, really? I was just kidding.
Yeah, that was funny. Oh, once upon a time, we went into the museum in Kearney, you know, and she didn't text her mom. Well, she was grounded. I don't really understand the whole point of that. But, you know.
Here's the backstory. Okay, I was with my dad because my parents were separated. And so I was with my dad, and I slept in till 11. And so he got mad at me and told me that I was getting my phone taken away. And I'm like, no, I didn't do anything wrong. And so I told Mom that I wasn't staying with him anymore. And then I went to the museum with them and didn't tell anyone.
Yep. Okay, so, you know, we had a good time, and it was pretty, you know, it was a good day. And so we get back, and her mom is like, you're not going anywhere. And I'm like, well, so I took my other friend, you know, to do our thing, and then I come back, and I get a text from her mom, like, do you know where Bethany went? And I'm like, no. I'm just like, well, and she's like, I think she ran away, and I'm like, you know, it's not that hard to find her, but...
Because our town is relatively small. It's like 5,000 people in this town. And I literally was sitting outside because I was mad, and my mom looked out the window and walked back away, and I stood up and just walked down the street. Like, I wasn't running away, but she took my phone away, and this was like 3 years ago. And she took my phone away, and so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna walk down the street, I'm gonna cool off, whatever. And then not even a couple hours later, like maybe an hour, half an hour later, my mom calls the cops and tells them that I ran away.
Yep.
So these cops are out looking for us.
And you know what? I get into town from taking my friend to her thing, and I'm just like, I know exactly where she's going. And so I drive into the park because I'm pretty sure her intentions were to go sit on the dock. And I'm like, well, I'll probably find her there. And sure enough, I found her walking in that general direction. And I'm like, hey!
With the box of Cheez-Its, just feeding the geese.
Yeah, eating Cheez-Its, having a good time. And I'm just like, hey, your mom's looking for you.
And, okay, so she pulls up, and her and the other friend that was with her was like, why'd you run away? I'm like, I didn't run away.
I just kind of walked away. And that was pretty chill.
And then, because I stopped to talk to them, one of the cops found me. And I think it was the same cop that we know so well. It's
the same cop that's always bothered us.
Yeah, and the only reason they found me was because I stopped to talk to them.
Yep. Otherwise, he would have had no clue. And he was like, hey. And you know what he did when he, like, peeked into my window? He's like, hey, Lexi. And I'm like, nah. Hey. We're not delinquents. We just have a lot of encounters. Like, we don't actually do anything wrong. And people think we are. And I'm like
this one time we were at the park, the same park that we were talking about before. And we were by the lake, whatever, the pond.
Yeah.
And we didn't get in the lake. Like, we didn't do that at all. And someone called the cops thinking that we were trying to get on the ice, because this is like the middle of winter.
Mm-hmm.
And Lexi had, I think, changed your pants or something.
Yeah.
And so when the cop shows up, she's like, oh my god, someone saw and someone called me in for public nudity.
I thought it was because, like, I went behind a tree and I'm like, well, I'll just change my pants real quick because I don't remember why I needed to, but I needed to. And I'm like, nah. And then he starts walking up and I'm like, oh no, what did I just do? And he's like, no, you guys just shouldn't be on the ice. And I'm like,
got it.
We'll do better next time.
And then, like, a week or so ago, my puppies got out, because I have 2 puppies, and they got out from the fence that they were in. And when I went to go pick them up, it was the same cop that is always bugging us. And I pick up the puppies, and he's like, Bethany, right? And I'm like, yep.
It's like, hey, yeah, you know, Pokemon Go kids, you know.
The kids you always see, but we're not actually doing anything wrong. Yeah, I'm that person.
You've been bothering us since we were 15 years old. We are like 19 going on 20. So we're adults now.
Yep. Okay, one time we went to the museum that's here in town.
Yeah.
And they have this place that you can play checkers, like, upstairs in the sports section, I guess. I'm not sure why the checkers game is there, but they have it out so you can play. And we used to go there all the time and just go straight up there and go play checkers for a little bit. And one time we came in and the lady that's there was like, you guys can't just go up there and play checkers. You guys have to actually look at the museum.
And we're like, well, why are they there then?
Right?
We have nothing to do with our time. This place is free. I know it left and right, so.
We've been here enough that we know everything. We just go to play checkers and have fun.
You know, how about one of these days we go give a tour of the museum? You and I, you can come in town.
We totally should.
We can, like, do Vlogmas Day, whatever.
We can show you guys the interesting museum we have in our town.
It's actually pretty fun. It's only as fun as you make it, because there's like mannequins. It's like night at the museum. It's so scary to drive by at night, and you're just like, mannequins everywhere. They're everywhere. They're so scary.
They have some sitting out by the entrance, like, it's like inside the door, but it's lit up so you can see, and it looks like these 2 people are just staring at you when you drive past.
It's like, hello.
Hi, I'm not doing anything.
All right. So, I think that's good. Yep. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you sometime again this week.